So the overall cooperation and partnership with Collins is not only on the Pilot Readiness Center, but also on the Chinook, the CAS cockpit, but also on the optronics of the F-35 helmet. And that's because of, let's say, the focal point that the Netherlands is in the European domain regarding several air types.
Why is effective sustainment critical to military readiness?
Well, it's a very interesting question, obviously, because it seems that readiness or warfighter readiness is only a logistical thing or so. I mean, I just told you that, if something is wrong with the helmet, in the original plan, you have to send it over to the industry, which is located in the US, which is not that smart at all, because you will lose your helmet for 5 weeks and you cannot fly with your helmet for 5 weeks. What I didn't mention is there's also a human factor component involved, and that has to do with safety. I mean, if something's wrong with your helmet, I mean, the inner pads of the helmet, which is polystyrene, for instance, it has wear and tear over months, over years. So that means that you have to make another inner liner and inner pads, I mean. So because otherwise the helmet will shift over the head a little bit, and maybe you will get double vision in your helmet mounted display. And, maybe it can cause mishaps or so. So you don't want that. And that was one of the key factors that we discussed with Collins. We are both there for safety. So if you can do something on that topic, on that issue, and make aerospace environment a little bit more safer by doing things differently, let's do it. And this is one of the things. So I mean, if we want to refit or refurbish a helmet because something isn't that quite right in the helmet, or people change or technology change, we can do that now, and hopefully it's will diminish human factor related mishaps, which doesn't mean that those mishaps are fatal or whatsoever, but it makes everything much more efficient, and the productivity will go up as well.
What sort of challenges you're facing when you talk about these things? What are sort of the threats to your sustainment strategies that you sort of need to be aware of?
Well, one of the threats I mentioned that already is that there are several components on the helmet, and there's wear and tear on the helmet. So and you can solve that easily by speeding up the logistical cycle. And one of the advantages is that we have the logistics center of the LCW in the Netherlands, which is there for the whole of Europe and other parts in the world F-35 related. But the challenge will be that if there are components which will be made from, let's say, different materials and that kind of stuff, that you must foresee to pick up those new technological challenges. So that means, for instance, maybe we can 3D print in future some of those parts, which is exciting. And that's the new world as well. So that means that instantly you can change something on the helmet. But basically, the most challenging things nowadays on modern helmets, not only the Collins F-35 helmet, is everything that is involved in the helmet mounted display.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's being projected in that display. And if something's wrong with, for instance, the fitting of the helmet or the alignment of the helmet, then the symbology can go wrong and whatsoever.